What's going on? Welcome, Hyper Vibe fam. It's another show here. I'm Errol.
I'm Darnell.
So this week, we figured we would share some of our, how do I say this? Comic book collecting calamities? What would you call it?
Disasters.
Disasters?
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans? Buffoonery. That's a good one.
Thievery.
How about complete epic failure? Not just on our part, but maybe someone else's part.
Yeah.
So that's our show for today, as well as our usual weekly hyper haul. So I know you got a ton of stories, but let me just start off because I actually have one today. Now, it's not necessarily a calamity, but it could be a calamity. But we'll just go back and forth with our stories. And if you got stuff to present and show, that's fine. I don't have anything to present because whatever calamity or shenanigans or buffoonery or catastrophic event that happened in my book, guess what? It's now in the trash. That's how bad it got because you can't grade it. Maybe you could try to read it, but whatever. So
you didn't gift it to somebody like, hey, man, I thought you would like to have this.
Listen, no one wants my foolishness, you know. As I say, fan how you want and collect how you want. So nobody's looking at me for anything good. But
right.
So those of you may know or may not know, I have a comic book company called Double Back Comics, and I also sell on Whatnot and eBay of such. So
don't forget my royalties for the name because I gave you the name.
He did. We sat there one night and the whole concept behind the name of the company was we used to. Darnell back in the day was, as well as myself, were into collecting these variants per se. And it wasn't something you can get at necessarily a brick and mortar because these things were online retailers or they were just more rare than what you could find in a comic book store that you walk into and get. So every Saturday or Sunday, or they have these special times at 2 p.m., you got to log in to this site or whatever.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and there's only 600 copies available worldwide. So you'd be lucky if you actually got, because you'd
refresh,
be just trying to just hit this thing like some manga. We don't do this anymore because we've gotten past this phase, but whatever. But that was our lives, many moons ago. And there were times when we missed out on some really good books or just books that we couldn't get into. So I said, man, what if I create a company that I buy some of these books, I buy double, triple, and then offer them at a later date, because you damn well know if there's only 600 in the world, so they say, there's got to be a couple hundred people that want these books that couldn't get them. So henceforth, he goes, that's it. He's like, maybe you should call your company Double Back, where like if you didn't get it, you could always double back and get your book. I'm like, that's how Double Back Comics was formed.
Yeah, so see, I haven't stuck yet for that yet. Once you start making some real money and stuff, don't worry. My Bondurant, Nixon, and Elmore, my law firm, will be coming to talk to you about my royalty side of that. So
ain't nobody buy my books. And then I went as far as to include double backing boards inside Double Back Comics to actually preserve the books.
You didn't tell me about that.
But see, but that's a whole other story that we're going to talk about Double Back Comics another time. So let's continue. Right. So I'm selling books last night on Whatnot, right? Sold about a dozen books, and I usually pack them up the very next day. I never wait because Whatnot wants it to be out in 2 days, or otherwise you get whatever penalized. Pack them up the next day and I bring them to the post office literally at 1 o'clock. No, it was 12 o'clock today. The guy takes them, and I don't leave until they scan every single label, because here's what I've noticed. If you go to the post office and just drop them off at the side, bro, listen, you don't know, those books might not come up in tracking for days, bro. I don't know where they go, because you brought them to the post office. You figure they should scan them in, but no, they probably dump them in some repository with some other books, and you're waiting 3 or 4 days. And now your customer or your client is saying, dude, where's my book? And all you can say, well, I dropped them off like last week. I don't know where the hell they're at. All of a sudden like 5 days later, oh, it actually showed up in Arizona and it's about to go out. Right. Why this happens, I have no idea. I don't work for the post office people. I'm just telling you my experience. So what I do is I bring them, I go to the window, I say, scan them in. Once you scan them in, it shows up. There's no movement, but it shows the post office has possession of the book.
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's the biggest scam in the world, right? Oh, I printed off a label. They print the label off, and that book has not even left their location.
Yes, and it breeds mistrust, lack of it breeds a whole bunch of problems, and I'm too busy to want these problems in my life. So the gentleman was nice. It wasn't my usual girl that was there. She usually, let me stop. She's not a girl. She's a woman. She's an older woman, but she used to take my books and scan them in and then place them on the counter and then take them to the back. This fucking guy, pardon my French, he scans every book. He goes, "Oh, you want a receipt?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want a receipt." Scan them all in. Scans them in. Now, everyone, I think, in their right mind should know what a right angle is. As in, if you think about it, just think of the number 7, like a digital 7, not like the original 7 with the 7th to swerve, but a right angle 7, like that. Most objects like cubicles or anything are made from a right angle because it's got walls. This guy took my books, although they were in Gemini boxes, and put them at the right angle, which it's only a half an inch thick, and rested them so like they were a cross pattern, almost like this per se. If this makes any sense. Now I'm sitting there going, okay, wait a minute. If somebody walks by and knocks those books over, and am I now liable for what my customer's going to receive? Because when they were put in the box, they were minty fresh, near mint. Yeah, pretty much. So now I'm gonna have to go on my show.
Hey man, you know how it's like renting a place, right? Hey, that toilet was working until you flushed it, right?
Pretty much. Well,
basically, it is your problem until the person gets it, right?
Well, now I'm freaking out because I want to go back to my car and get my phone and take a picture, but I was worried, like, he's like, well, what are you taking a picture of? I'm like, bro, you took. First of all, he asked me what they were. I'm like, they're comic books. They're going out to customers. He's like, oh, another busy Wednesday night. I'm like, yeah, because I go there every Thursday. So I'm like, dude, you just took like mad money worth of books, put them kitty corner. So whoever's coming through the next door can either knock them over, or if he turns rapidly, he can knock them over because they weren't placed in a flat box where my usual woman, God bless her, takes them, puts them on the counter, which is completely flat in a very large space, then picks them and puts them in its own bin because they're all marked fragile with my special labels. I'm like, dude, this is going to be a calamity because I can see me walking out and all 10 boxes toppling over onto the ground. Yes, they're in Geminis. Yes, they're packed with extra cardboard and bubble wrap. But dude, I just know for a fact that something's going to happen to one of those books.
Oh no, what's going to happen is this. He's going to get the box. It's going to be all mangled up. He's going to take a picture of it before he even opens it. And then hopefully it's not going to be like a Jack in a Box. It's going to be like some sort of surprise and stuff that everything's all spine ticked up and kitty cornered. And
man. So that was my calamity sort of story for the day. I wanted to share that before I forgot, but I'll let you tell these lovely people about some calamities and disasters.
Man, I don't even know where to start, man. I can tell you like one of the worst calamities I've had. So, I'm a very trusting guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna trust somebody until I can't, right? I'm not the type of person that kind of goes through life, that there's always some conspiracy theory or some sort of conspiracy against me, right? I just don't think. Some people are like, everybody's out to get them. I don't think like that, So I really try to be understanding, try to be realistic and stuff. So there was one situation where a guy was selling a giant size X-Men #1. I have 2 stories about a giant size X-Men #1 here, so just bear with me. The guy was trying to sell the book. He was on Facebook. He had the book, the slab, the whole 9 like that. He had like his name and the date to make, what I'm saying, of whatever. So I reached out to him and said, hey, man, you selling the book? Hey, man, can we negotiate? He says, yeah, we can negotiate. I'm like, hey, not a problem. And then I says, hey, man, would you take PayPal? Oh, nah, man, I can't take PayPal. I can take Venmo or whatever. I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna do anything that does not guarantee my money just in case something goes wrong, right? Because if you send it PayPal, friends and family, you send it Venmo, you send it Cash App or something like that, if it goes wrong, that's it. People just run off with your money. So anyway, we were going back and forth or whatever. Finally, he's like, yeah, okay, I'll take GNS, what I'm saying, goods and services. I'm like, cool. Man, I'm over, where was I? I think I was in Japan or Thailand or something like that. I think you remember I was over there. And it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying to talk to this guy, like, hey man, you got the money, put the book in the mail and stuff like that. I'm kind of out of the country, whatever. Just send me the tracking number. I think I sent it to you, and it was some wacky ass Indian. I mean, like the country Indian looking like service, right. Kind of parcel service or whatever. I'm like, what the hell is this? Bro, I put this number in FedEx, UPS, whomever. Man, it doesn't exist, bro. I was like, wait a minute, man. He goes, yeah, man. I sent my brother down there. Hey, put the brakes on it. Send my bread back. Right? Then all of a sudden, there was no communication. No communication. Where's my money? Where's the book? Where's the money? Where's the book? I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get the guy going. So I sent a message off to PayPal. Like, yo, did not receive this. This is what happened. Then lo and behold, an hour later, he says, hey, man, what's going on? I'm going to send your book, whatever. And so like, I don't care. I don't want the book. You can have it. Give me back my bread. Send me back my money. If you don't, get it back. So that was one. The worst, and I didn't lose any money, just time, right? The worst one that ever happened, you remember this one because this is not that long ago.
Jesus
Christ. X-Men #1 again.
Oh, and no.
I had a conversation on the phone about it, right? And I says, hey, man, I was on Facebook. I found this giant size X-Men #1. This thing is beautiful or whatever. I sent you the pic or whatever and stuff, right? and I was really stupid. I was really, really stupid. I didn't handle it as I would. So what ended up happening was that the guy says, oh, yeah, it's always a sob story, right? My son, he got arrested and I need the money to bail him out, whoop-de-whoop, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, yeah, man, we can do a deal. You know what I'm saying? The book's at a good price. Let's go. Looks really great. And he goes, oh man, I can't do PayPal or anything like that. So, man, if we can't do GNS, bro, I really don't want to do this. So, oh man, I can give you some guarantees. You don't have to send the money until we drop it off at the post office or whatever. And remember, I was talking to you about it. He goes, yeah. Man. They could have some sort of deal with the dude behind the counter. They hand him the box, and they can hand the box right back to him and stuff like that. Remember that?
Ain't them jokers, bro.
Remember that? He's like, yeah. Man, they'll build it, So he goes. So the guy says, oh man, I sent my daughter and her husband down to to the post office, and they'll video it, them putting it in the box, giving it to the guy scanning it or whatever. I'm like, you know what? All right, I'll work with you. Oh, so they went to the whole damn pantomime. They were there. They had the camera. I'm like, hey, flip through the pages and make sure it's not a Sports Illustrator or something like that in between the stuff or whatever that you're not getting me. Put a Playboy or something in there. They box all up. They sent it to me. This is what I got.
That looks damn good.
Right.
It looks too good. It looks too good.
So, I mean, at first glance, come on, man. That's a giant size X-Men #1. Look at that. 50 Cent. Look at that. Look how white. Look at that, man. This is
I mean, I think that was an uncirculated GX1 from
right. So now, you're looking at it, right?
Right.
So just say I'm looking at it someplace, the same way where I'm like, you can't tell that this was an extremely, extremely well-made duplicate.
No.
Yes, this is not a reprint. This is a forgery.
What?
And right, you cannot tell that this is not real. You just can't from the camera. You have to actually have it in your hand. So when I opened up the box, I'm like, damn, you trying to tell me, man, I got this. This looked like damn near a 9.4, 9.2 something. This is like, look at this.
Right.
So now I got in the book and I'm like, oh man, hold on a second. Weight's kind of odd. It feels kind of funny, right? So then I start thumbing through the pages. Look at the pages.
Oh man, they copied it. That's not what the pages look like.
So this is not 1975 newsprint.
Right.
Modern newsprint.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Look, because
I
have it. So now I'm like, oh man, this is real bad. I really don't like this, right? So now I have a real giant size X-Men #1 right here, right?
Right. That looks good
now,
too.
You put it next, you line the corners up of the book. Look at the size difference.
Wow.
So this is like, this is like kind of like spine to spine.
Right.
And look at the size difference. Look how much, this is the one in the back
the
is the
original
book.
right. Yeah.
It's not even the right size.
Wow.
So, so now this book cost me like, over $1,000, well over $1,000.
Oh, geez.
So I reached out to the guy and,
Shenanigans.
didn't get a call back. And then I reached out to his daughter. And remember, I told you, I sent you the text. The daughter came back talking all wacky and crazy and stuff like that. Man, you just don't know how mad I was, bro. You're talking about somebody wanting to go down there wherever this guy's from, Tennessee or some shit. I want to have a handful of accelerant and a handful of matches, bro. I just wanted to burn down, man. I was completely upset, bro. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I want to catch up with the guy and tie him up and feed him a warm bowl of hamster vomit. So then, his daughter's getting all snippy and stuff like that. So I just want my bread back. He goes, well, it's real. I bought it. So I said, man, bro, you got duped, but you're not duping me. So, yeah, I mean, I'm sorry that you got beat. You know what I'm saying? But you beat me because, I couldn't get a clear gauge of what the book really was over video or pictures or whatever. You just can't. You really can't tell. So it went so far as that I had to get my police department over here involved with their police department over there, and it was a mess. It was.
Oh my word.
Yeah. So that's like that. That was, one of the situations that we talked about in one of the other videos that really kind of dampened my whole collecting game, because that was about the worst, because I was really out of damn near $2,000.
Man, it's funny because and whoever's watching this, please don't take this the wrong way. I'm going to give another example, and I'm going to preface it by saying I have nothing against Tennessee. I've never been there, but I have a bad experience from Tennessee as well.
Oh, I know who you're about to talk about. And anybody, hold on, let me only cut you off. But anybody who's been on Facebook and bought books on Facebook, everybody knows this guy, who this guy is from Tennessee. Keep going.
So a long time ago, not to air my dirty laundry, I owed my ex some money for child support. And it wasn't because I didn't want to pay her. So let me just start off by saying that. It was the simple fact that I didn't have a job at the time and I fell behind. And in order to make it up from the state, they were like demanding like these lump sum payments, which I couldn't do at the same time and pay my rent. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to sell my comic book collection, or, the majority of duplicates or what I don't want, and get that money in to kind of fulfill that obligation, which is what I did. So I remember meeting up with Darnell, talking to him like, hey man, you got anybody you deal with or whatever, that can buy these books off me and, get me at least, $2,000 in a hurry. Now, mind you, the value of those books were way above $2,000. I'm talking, I probably sent this gentleman easily $5,000 worth of books. But what he does is he does these auctions, and I'm not sure if they're shill or how they work or whatever, but people were getting my books for like $2 a book, $4 a book. I mean, books, virgins and ratio variants that normally would cost you $50 to $100. Like, it was crazy. Like, I was just like, how am I going to make any money off of this? Long story short, he sold all the books, and I think he owed me like $1,400 is what he claims he got for those books, which was, again, in just normal fair market value in a 9.8, because the majority of them were new, minty fresh. Like I said, well below what I thought I was going to get back, but I wanted my money to pay the state. Auctions were done. call the guy. And then the agreement was he does the auction. He also keeps, I think, 30% or whatever percentage. I forget the percentage. He keeps a percentage of it and he sends you the rest. Well, now it went from like, say, 1,400 to like 1,100, whatever it was, whatever. Dude, for months, I could not get my money. Emails, hey man, and I'm not going to give his name out on the show just because I'm not going to do it. You know, he knows who he is. Hey man, you said you'd PayPal me this money. Oh yeah, I'll do it next week. I've just been really busy. I'll do it next week. Next week will come, Friday, nothing. Yo man, it's Friday. It's Friday at noon. When are you going to PayPal me his money? Oh, I'm going to do it tonight. Tonight comes. Then you email him, no response. This went on for months. And finally, I think like 2 months later, he was sending me like incremental pieces, like $300 there, $250 there. So literally 4 months later, I had to stay on this guy like white on rice to get the minimum amount of money that, you know, that I'd even collect by him doing these auctions, these rogue auctions. And it was just a bad scene. I think something happened to you as well with a book with this guy, or one or two books. So I'll let Darnell tell his story, but yeah, so you guys need to really be kind of careful who you're trusting with your books, which is the moral of the story. No matter how desperate you might be, or the state might want to throw you in jail, you might have to try something else, because it don't make any sense trusting these people. And once again, I have nothing against Tennessee, but these fuckers in Tennessee, pardon my French, I don't know what the fuck's going on over there. Maybe it's the water, but I'm just saying, you got a guy from Tennessee, I got a guy from Tennessee. It's kind of weird that these shenanigans are going on in Tennessee, but I'll let you tell your story.
So I met the guy, I sold some books through him, and that's why I like introduced you to him, because when I sold books with him, everything went as planned.
Smooth. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it still wasn't as smooth as it could have been, because yes, oh yeah, man, all auctions started at $1, and then people are buying like, you know, $200-$300 books for $25 or something. Like, man, come on, man. Seriously, for real though. So I quit that. I ain't doing that no more. So then I'm laying on the floor, watching television, get a damn text from the guy like, hey, D, man, what's going on, man? Yeah, what's up, bro? You know, because I still remember what he did to you, right? Like, hey, man, what you want?
Right.
He goes, oh, man, you know, I'm trying to get this car, and I sold my motorcycle, or I'm trying to get a motorcycle, some wacky-ass story. Then he was, man, I got a Hulk 181 and stuff like that, man. I can give you a good deal. So, man, send me pictures of it, right? And he goes, yeah, man, you know, I can have it in the mail to you immediately. You know where I'm going with this story, right? And I'm like, all right, cool, man. Send him the bread. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a man of my word, right? If anybody knows me, they know that I don't play around with people's money or people's time. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. Send them the bread. Where's the book? And then talking to a guy. I'll say this person's name because the person doesn't exist. It's not a real person. Oh, man, you know, Toby, man, he's supposed to be mailing it, man.
Not Toby, not Kobe. Kobe, yeah, Kobe.
Yeah, Kobe. Yeah, man, Kobe's supposed to have it in the mail. Me go talk to the dude, right? It's like, all right, man. Sends you the tracking number. Takes a picture of the tracking number. Nothing. It's like, dude, where's the book? I finally get the book, man. And I'm on the phone with you, man. I mean, I'm about to crack this open, man. This is it, man. My Hope 181 is up.
Listen to this.
I'm not playing here, bro. Man, zip the damn thing open, bro. Man, it was an Eternals #1. So now I'm beside myself. Like, this must be a bad dream or something.
My soul would have jumped out of my body.
I had to pinch myself, man. We're talking about $3,500 back then, right? I'm like, oh hell no, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking, you know, I'm about to get all Black John Wick on somebody, bro. I'm like, man, this ain't gonna happen. This is not gonna happen, right? So I reached out to him. He was, what's up or whatever, and like, all right, okay, I'll give you one. Where's the book? He said, well, you can keep that. So I don't want to keep nothing. I'm gonna box this back up and send it right back to you. Get me a label. So then he says, oh yeah, man, you know, here it is. I'm putting it in the box for you and blah, blah, blah. You remember this, right? I'm putting it in the box for you. Man, I get the book and it was like the first Spider-Woman something. It was some other crappy. I like, hell no, bro. We're done, man. Oh, Kobe, this Kobe my ass, bro. you're fucking, I want my money, bro. Because if you don't give me my money, bro, I'm gonna take a drive down to Tennessee, and me and you have to talk. Have to talk about this, and I'm gonna bring the cops with me because I'm not playing. I'm not playing.
Kobe.
So, I mean, I called my lawyer and had my lawyer send him a letter saying, "Hey, man, we're gonna wire fraud, all whatever I can get, I'm getting." So eventually, he sent me all my money back in increments because his Wells Fargo shenanigans is big. Only can send a couple $100 at a time. I think he told you that too. Only can send you a couple $100 at a time. But I eventually got my money back, and the guy might be in jail now because I know that some other people he was ripping off and stuff finally caught up with him.
Jesus.
So let's get past it being ripped off and getting bamboozled and hornswoggled to just playing like, okay, I messed up and I missed the beat, right?
Sounds good to me.
So, and this actually happened just recently. You know what I'm saying? So remember I got this in?
Yeah, that was like the last show.
Right? So now, usually when I get books in, usually when I get books in, I always, no matter how new the bag and board is, I always put it in my bag and board. Right?
Okay. Right.
In this particular instance, I said, oh man, I'll do it later. I'll just put it back in the bag that it came in. But he had those like them self-adhesive bags. But the damn thing was in the bag for so long that the adhesive was no longer on the back of the bag. It was actually on the lip.
Oh.
So now I'm putting the damn thing back in the bag and board and stuff like that, and the damn lip stuck to the book.
Oh, tell me you just carefully just peeled it off.
So if you look very, very carefully, you see on his glove at the top area of his glove, that little white dot right there.
Right.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my God.
You lifted it because you know that the ink they used back then was really dense and stuff like that.
Right.
Marble, like that kind of stuff. So it took up, it's not like a tape pull per se. It just pulled off some of the loose color.
Oh God. That's crazy, bro.
And this book is like damn near pristine. Look at the spine of this fucking thing.
Oh man.
Yep.
Sorry, homie. Sorry.
Well, I got another one. Here you go. So I sold a big, large portion of my collection.
Yes.
Right. And it was like cash and trade. Right. So the guy says, hey, man, I'll trade you, I'll give you this much cash and I'll give you this much trade. Right. I'm like, all right, man, you got a Hook 181. I mean, I got a couple. I like to have another one. He goes, yeah, man, I got a good one. So now I'm getting these things ready for cleaning and pressing so I can take them out. Right. So I have my little stand there. You've been in my house, down in my little rec room or whatever. I got a little stand where I kind of do all my comic book, whatever. Right.
Right.
So I have a stack of books that I'm going to press and clean. Never, ever stack your books on any kind of a desk with a corner where things can get pushed off.
Sounds like the post office to me.
So exactly. So it's like, and I use My Light 4s, Golden Age with the
backboards,
with the thick backboards or whatever and stuff like that, because I know that things can happen. So,
oh no!
So this right here,
what did you do?
Corner. This one right here is at the corner, right? And it's like, remember back in the day when you used to drop your iPhone, and if you drop it and it hits the ground at the most perfect angle,
this angle right here,
yeah, the whole thing shatters.
Wow!
Right? I'm using My Light 4s. My Light 4s will cut you like a razor because they're so thick, right? The damn thing fell and hit perfectly at the corner, and then look what happened. See that little that little moon?
Yeah.
See that color break moon down there?
Yeah, the book took the shock. Yeah. So in essence, the My Light 4 did do its job because it prevented it from being crushed. However, that book, the paper took the shock, which is not why you got that moon.
Yep.
That's crazy. I can't believe that, dude. There's not like a 7.5, 8.5, or 8.0 book, man. That's a good looking Hulk 181.
It was. But it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just part of things, man. You know, people really don't like to talk about things like that happening to them because it's all embarrassing. You seem like a bumbler or a fumbler, man. But life happens, man. It just happens, you know. And you know, but it's easier when something like that happens because you have nobody to blame but yourself. But when somebody's stealing from you or something like that, is a whole different story.
So I have a story. One time I bought some books, and I usually take them out of the bags that they come in, and I put them. I don't use My Life 4s anymore. I do only if they're super expensive books, which, whatever. But I'll use My Light 2s or My Light Pluses. I just put more backing boards in the back. But what I did is I took it out. So, for example, I'll do it here on this book right here. Took out the book. So, people, just so you know, now that I know this, the easiest way to take a book out is to just grab the bag and board and pull it out like this, rather than trying to get everything out, because you'll actually put color rubs on the back of the book. You try and pull the book out with the board in the bag. So the correct way is to pull the board out with the book on top. Anyway, long story short, if you can imagine me putting this book back in the bag with the board, and by not looking what I was doing, when I put the book back in the bag, this seam here in my mylight slit this entire.
Oh no! I forgot what. Remember I did. No man, remember I did that to a Marvel Spotlight #5. Remember that?
You did?
Yes, I was putting the damn thing back in the back and forth, and the damn thing split the spine. It cut that.
Dude!
It cut it smooth. You know, I was like, oh no! It's like,
Mine was a Jim Lee X-Men #1, but I have like 6 of those books and multiple of all the different covers he has. So I wasn't too mad, but I was mad because that was the nicest one I have. I've got a couple like 9/8s in my closet, as well as the 20th anniversary one. But I was mad because I'm telling you that one that got spliced, I swear that would have been a 9/9, bro, because that thing was minty fresh. And I was just trying to be so careful with it. And just from not paying attention, just because out of my mind was just wondering whatever it was, man, that damn thing slit that book like warm butter. And I was just like, you got to be kidding me right now, dude. I was mad, bro. I don't think I've ever told you that story.
I'm talking about first appearance of Ghost Rider. That was, and it was a night, bro. The thing, it was probably like maybe a 6.5 to a 7 or something like that. Very, very nice.
Jesus,
man, I split that damn thing into a 5.50 or something. 5.50. So
110 split.
But since I started cleaning and pressing and talking to people and stuff like that, I've learned better how to, work with my hands with the books and stuff like that, and just be more observant and more cautious and stuff like that. So there's just things I just don't do. But even on that that Spider-Man 50 and stuff like that, I must have been tired or something like that. And usually, I don't know. Usually I don't miss beats like that. It's been a long, long time. That's happened. What else has happened? Didn't something happen to you when we were going to Baltimore, when you were at the house one time and you were trying to bag everything up?
Was it when I tried cracking open that slab and I damaged it?
Yeah. I think because you were trying to get something cracked open because you were here at my house because we're going to go to Baltimore.
Yeah, the Comic-Con over there. Yeah, no, I tried cracking open a slab, man, and I was trying to be careful with it. And I think when I got to the inner well, something must have happened with the screwdriver, and I damaged that book. So at that point,
oh yeah, because I even gave you the tools of a dismemberment, right? I even gave this shit to you.
Yeah, I didn't use them. I was being ignorant. I'm like, nah, man, we gotta go. We're late for this combo. This screwdriver's gonna be just fine. You're like, bro, I wouldn't do that if I were you. I'm like, nah, man, I got this. Crack. So
because I think I was upstairs and I heard you cussing down here, like, I was like, what
yeah,
happened?
because it was a New Mutants 87.
Yeah, like, and you didn't even want to talk. You were done for the rest of the night. Like, I don't want to play no video games. I'm not very hungry.
Nope. Comics can really mess up your day, man. it's still, listen, even with all the woes that we've gone through collecting books and all the mishaps and calamities and catastrophes, it's still a fun hobby. And that's why we want to just share that with you. Share if you guys have had something that's happened to you, just comment below. Let us know your story.
Come on, let's go. Let's have the conversation.
Share with us what happened, because I'm curious, but we just want to say, like, you're not impervious to damaging a book, and at no way in time should you beat yourself up. Yeah, it's gonna hurt in that moment. You're gonna feel like crap, but man, let me tell you something. There's one thing Big D taught me. He says, bro, those books are always around, bro. You'll find another one. And it's a hard concept to grasp, because you feel like, nah, man, that's the one I want to bid on. That's the one that I want. Look how it looks, man. You might not find one for a while. You got to hunt for it, but those books are around, and somebody will sell one of the same value, same type, same make. So that's how I kind of live my life. Listen, we try to be careful with the books, especially ones that we care about, that has some value. But it happens. So let us know what your catastrophe is, or calamity, or shenanigans, or if you've ever been ripped off. Let us know.
Let's talk about
it.
Ready for the hyper haul?
Yes, let's do the hyper haul. I'm super excited. I got a couple slabs.
Last time, hear you.
I went first, so please be my guest. Do the honors.
My hyper haul is a little bit smaller than usual. It's not as big as the last time. I'm still waiting for some stuff to come in.
Okay.
The book I'm about to show, this book, I have it already. But this particular book is the first book I ever spent over $1,000 on.
Really?
Right. Many, many moons ago. Right.
Oh,
when
okay.
I first started being seriously collecting and trying to have like some sort of investment grade books or whatever and stuff. Because I always told myself, oh, I'm that dude that's going to find the AF-15 at some garage sale, or meet some old lady that has a bunch of, amazing whatever is up there. I'm going to get all the money, right?
Howard died last week. I want you to have his collection, young lad.
First appearance of Thor, first appearance of whatever. Like, man, all of a sudden I find, some Holy Grail collection that's minty fresh or whatever,
Jesus.
So I just wasn't spending. I was like, just buying $20, $30 and stuff. But the guy that I met that kind of mentored me and kind of helped me understand how to better collect and not, waste your money or whatever. He got me more easy, because once I started buying the books and I knew I could sell them, right? That it came a little bit easier. So I was like, so I have this book already, but it's in my storage, but I was able to find another one.
Okay. Let's see the wild find, the hunt. The hunt is about to begin. Oh, it's slabbed already? Oh, hell yeah. That's a Delato.
This is the original, not the little reprint. This is the original.
Okay. Damn. See, I have the foil version of that one. That one's nice. I love that cover.
This is like this. So, this is my second copy of this.
Dang.
The guy that was selling it gave it to me at a good price. And I do not think, I may sell one of them.
Right.
But the original one I got, the first one I got, I will never sell it.
Why is that? Because that was the first one you bought that you spent the money on.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. The first time I spent like big money in cash, right?
Right.
So, and I just love this. Man, come on, bro. This is like one of the most classic.
That's a great cover.
Come on, man.
That's a great cover. I love Delato's artwork.
So yeah. So this next thing is
live unboxing, folks.
Live unboxing.
Let me get the drum roll going.
So remember last week I said I bought, that Battle of the Planets. Remember that one?
Yes.
Right.
Good looking book.
It's like in the first generation
the CGC slab. Yeah. Would you find another one?
Same guy.
Okay. Darnell's very monotonous when it comes to his dealers and his vendors, wherever he's getting his books from. He rarely ever steps out of play. Steps out of line.
God dang it. Come on, bro. Tape is of the devil.
I'll do a play-by-play, folks. So he's having a little technical difficulties here with the knife and the tape, but he's doing what he can to get this thing open. He's on par. He's on par 5 right now. He's looking down the green. He actually threw some stuffing away. More stuffing there, folks. So it's rather interesting what's going on. Oh, I think he's finally got the box open. Oh, more stuff. Oh, he's got the peanuts now. Yes, not Charlie Brown per se, but actually stuffed peanuts. And here we go, folks. The unveiling. Oh, Shogun Warriors. Nice. I think I bought one of those from you back in the day, but mine was a 9.6 when I got it graded. That's a nice looking, and that's a newsstand. Okay. Good pickup. Let me get a cheer going.
Now, I got that one at a real good discount because I bought this one from him.
Oh, okay. So it's a twofer. Deathlock. Oh, nice. 9.6. Damn, I used to have this book back in the day, bro, and I sold it. That's a nice looking book. Wow, that looks nice, bro.
And the only reason I bought it was, you know what? I may take a chance.
Crack it and press it.
I may take a chance.
How's it look? Did you query it? Now, how new is that slab? Does it have the barcode on the back? The QR code? No. Damn. I'm like, if you can get that and see with the grader notes, you'd know what was wrong with it.
Yeah, so, but no, it's really, really fucking nice, man. Oops, excuse my language. I'm just excited.
It's all good. We can curse here. The show's not for kids. Really. Silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids.
White pages.
Nice. That's a good looking book. Good pickup. Good pickup, bro.
So I'm still talking to the guy like, hey man, what else you got? Right? What else you got, homie? So nice. And everything he has that's graded is like first, second generation slabs and stuff, man.
So they're old. So he's been holding on to them.
So who knows? Maybe I can get a 9.9 on the Shogun Warriors. Who knows?
Nice.
But for this this Astonishing Tales 25, man, I think I might be able to get a 9.8 on it.
Cool.
Astonishing. I mean, maybe there's one little spine tick there, maybe, possibly. I don't know, but I've seen worse, right? So, so that's me. That's me for the week.
Nice. Hopefully. Well, listen, that's a good haul. That's a wonderful haul. This week for me, it's been all X-Men. So let me see where I want to start. Let's do the raws here. Put my magnifiers on. So we got X-Men 150 right there.
Yes.
All right, we got some old books here. Really high grade books. I was lucky to find these. Got these on eBay. Really good price. I was just getting rid of them. Another X-Men right here, 151. I just wanted to get some really old X books. Here is X-Men 153. Exactly.
That's a good one.
We've got 152.
Now, that is the book I want. Seriously, that is the book I want, bro. You know,
this is high. This is high grade, bro. High grade.
What year did that book come out?
I'd have to crack this sucker open, but I will do that on your behalf.
No. Don't worry about it. Don't crack it out. I'm just saying, man. I was a much younger person back then, and I got the two girls doing the whole scissor thing right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
The scissor thing.
I'm doing the scissor thing right there, man. That was my cover, man. And I have been looking for that book, 9.8, white pages, newsstand.
It's definitely not a 9.8.
But I need that book in a 9.8 newsstand. I need that book. So that's on my thing. That's on one of my it's on my hit list. Now, is it a real expensive book in a 9.8? I really don't think so. It's not necessarily that expensive. But for me to find that in a 9.8 newsstand, it's gonna be an effort, put it that way.
That's gonna be a hunt.
It's gonna be a hunt.
Here's 154.
Yes. Yep. Great cover.
The last one in the old X-Men stuff is 149.
Yes. That I think there were fighting with Dracula in that one. And I want to say that's 159, right?
149.
Or 149. I think they were in Dracula's castle or something like that in that one, something like that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
that. Let me see. For the newer stuff, we got X-Men 97 number 4, Gambit and Rogue, and then I also have the Virgin variant.
Oh.
Got those. And then for my CGC haul that just came in today.
Oh, dang, you got way more than me. I gotta get my weight up.
This was this stuff I submitted months ago. I'm just surprised to give it. So this is so I do have a New Mutants 98 in a 98 original, but here's the foil. This is the US foil version, not the Mexican foil. This is the foil version signed by Rob Liefeld.
Man, what's up with you with all these aluminum covers, bro?
I don't know. I'm on this foil kick. I don't know what it is. 98 sign foil. It's tough to show. And then last but not least, I have another one. X-Men 97, folks. I have 2 of these, but this is the red foil one.
Oh, who did
this
that
one's
cover?
Liefeld. And then there's his blood splatter signature right there, the chiseled signature. And that's the regular one. So he drew this, and then he signed it up there. So, and I got a silver foil one coming. Only 500 of this and 500 of the silver ever made. So those go on the PC. And folks, that is my haul for the week. But yeah, I got to get some, trying to collect some classic books like Darnell. I definitely, especially like I said, I was happy I was able to find these older X-Men. I mean, they're not keys, but I do like the covers, and I love the win a bike. Like, you know, there's an old ass comic book when you see these dumb little commercials.
Man, they like ruin. Man, they just ruin those covers, man, by putting that in there. I mean,
I think it's cool.
Whatever. I mean, was Marvel was Stan Lee and them so cash strapped? Like, yo, man, you know, we're just gonna let somebody just stamp all stuff over the artwork and stuff, right? So, as a matter of fact, they actually had to change that Avengers, the first appearance of Rogue. They actually had to change that cover to something else because of that bicycle advertisement or whatever and stuff. So,
oh, really?
Yeah. Maybe if I can find that image, there's a sketch of it that's out there in the world. Maybe I'll put it someplace in the video that you showed the 2 differences or whatever.
Nice.
And I think that original art sold for all kinds of money too. It was like mad crazy expensive.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I'll find it.
All right, cool. Well, folks, another day, another dollar, another week goes by. And like I said, we appreciate you listening, watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Do you got anything else, these nice folks, for our Hyper Vibe fam?
Nah, just keep liking, subscribe, you know, tell your friends and stuff like that. So like the more subscribers you start to get, you know, we'll start actually doing some giveaways. So some of the stuff that we may show may be able to come to your house and go into your collection. So
yes,
it's all about, you know, it's not about the support, it's about the participation. So, you know, get involved. Let's do this. We got you.
Yeah. And like I said, if you have any catastrophes with books, this is the show to comment on, because we want to talk about it on our next show. So like I said, my name is Errol.
I'm Darnell.
Thank you for watching. Remember, folks, like and subscribe and comment. We'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye.